Ndewono, kedu ka ị mere? Aha m bụ Ozioma. I am still Ozioma. My name is still Ozioma. Today, anyị ga-amụta, we will learn maka verbs. That we'll learn about verbs. And verbs in Igbo is called ngwa. Ihe anyị na-akpọ verb n'asụsụ Igbo is ngwa. Ngwa. So, my means of communication in today's class will be a mix of English and Igbo. Why I will be mixing English na Igbo bụ so that you will be picking up some Igbo words. Ebere, obere. You heard? That's why I will be mixing Igbo yana asụsụ Bekee. And because I'll be doing this mix, it doesn't really come easy for me. So if I'm picking my word, ofu, na totoro okwu, if I'm picking my words, ofu, one by one, bear with me. Makana, odihorum easy. It is not easy for me to do, okay? Because normally when I speak Igbo, I speak at least 90% Igbo. I don't speak Igbo 40% Igbo and 50% English. I speak 90% Igbo, and that 10% English is for words that do not have their Igbo equivalent. So it's not easy for me. Odihorum easy. Ina eme code mix now. I don't know how to say it. Okay, so but I will be doing code mixing, okay? So we will learn about ngwa. Mana tupu anyị banye ịmụta ngwa well. Before we enter learning ngwa very well, I would love to build a foundation. And that's by us ịmụta ihe a na-akpọ ndakọrịta ụda ume. Ndakọrịta ụda ume is vowel agreement. Why anyị ga-eji learn ndakọrịta ụda ume bụ na anyị na-amụta ngwa, anyị na-amụta verb. Ndakọrịta ụda ume na-play major role na learn verb. Okay? Ya kpatara mmeji lay foundation iji wee bido by starting with ndakọrịta ụda ume. Ngwa ka anyị bido. Vowel n'asụsụ Igbo. Vowel in Igbo language is called ụda ume. Ụda ume. Now it's important for you to understand the meaning of each word. Ụda in Igbo means sound. Ụda is sound. Ụda. Sound. Why ume is breath. That means it's a sound that requires you to use your breath to pronounce it. That's why it is called ụda ume. Ụda ume. Vowel n'asụsụ Igbo bụ ụda ume. Now, n'asụsụ Igbo, ụda ume is divided into two. We have 8 ụda ume. And they are classed into 2. Ekewara ha n'ụzọ abụọ. Anyị nwere ụda mfe. Ụda mfe. Ụda mfe is light vowel. Light vowel. Ụda light. Dịka otu si wee gwa gị mbụ, like I have told you before, is sound. Why mfe means light, easy. Light or easy, but in this sense it is light vowel. It is light vowel. That means it's light to pronounce it. is this odamfe is also called otu a. Otu a. Otu a means group a. The word otu means group. Otu, group. Otu a, group a vowel, because a is their leader. A, and once we enter ngwa, learning about ngwa properly, ị ga-ahụ why a is the leader. So a is the leader, that's why it's called otu a. So it's either ịkpọrọ ya odamfe or you call it otu a. So we have it as a, I, o, a, I, o. So all these vowels that have dots underneath it, just for you to remember, they belong to otu a. Once there is dot underneath those vowels, it is otu a. The next classification nkewa ọzọ anyị nwere that we have is called ụda arọ. Ụda arọ. Dịka m si gwa gị mbụ, like I told you initially, ụda is sound. Now arọ is heavy. If I say he had the arrow, he had this thing, the arrow, this thing is heavy. So in essence, odaro is heavy sound, heavy vowel, heavy vowel. Now, it's also known as otu e, otu e, otu e. That is group e, because e is their leader. It starts with e. E. So it is e, I, o, u, e, I, o, u, e, I, o, u. So e is the leader. When we enter ngwa, ị ga-chọpụta why I said that e is their leader. So all those vowels na-enweghị ntụkpọ, that do not have dots n'okpuru ha, are called members of otu e. Okay, so now that we have cleared this, now what is ndakọrịta ụda ume? Ndakọrịta, vowel agreement. What does it mean? It means that in a word, every vowel that must be in that word must be from the same group. There is no missing of vowels. That means that a vowel agreement, that if every word that must be in a vowel, in a word, every vowel that is in a word must be from the same group. So that's why it is called vowel agreement. Now let's take example, the word a, hu, wo. The word akwụkwọ, you can see that a is a vowel. We have three vowels in the word akwụkwọ: a, o, and o. Now, can you notice something? You can see that a belongs to otu a and is the leader of otu a group a vowel. Ọ bụ onye isi, ọ bụ isi otu a. That's the leader. Now, the next vowel is o. O belongs to group a. O belongs to group a. And this is what is called akwụkwọ. It will be wrong for you to write this as this. A, hu, ahu, ho, ho. This is wrong. If you write this as ahuho, it is wrong. It is not accepted in Igbo language. Now, this is just something that occurs naturally. It is not man-made root. It's just what we discovered. That's how it happens. So, this is ahuho. Now, let's look at any other word. Let's look at bia. Now you can see that the word bia, which is come in Igbo, has two vowels. And this is a verb. Verb is a verb, come. And it is a and a. Both a and a belongs to Oda Mfe group. That's Otu A group. Now, let's look at another vowel, another verb, bido. Let's look at another word which is a verb, and that is bido. You can see that bido has two vowels, and that is I and O. I and O. And this E and O belongs to group E. They belong to the same group. So in essence, in a word, all the vowels in that word must belong to the same group. Now let's look at another example. Let's look at the word watch. I'm using vowels as my example because we'll be doing more on vowel later on. Kirie is watch. Kirie. The word kirie has 3 vowels in it. I, e, e, e. They both belongs to the same group. That's Odaro. Now let's look at another word. Horo. Auto. The word horo auto means stand up. And you can see that the vowels, we have O and O twice, O twice. They all belong to O2A. Now, like everything in life, there will always be an exception. We have an exception. Now, 90% of Igbo words follow this rule. 90% of Igbo words so rule mana ọbụghị ha ncha is not all of them bụ ihe so rule a. Anyị nwere ụfọdụ okwu na-esoghị otu a nhazi a. Dịka we have some words that do not follow this rule. Now, some words that do not follow these rules are words that are compound words. Even the word odamfe, you can see odamfe is a compound word. Oda means sound and mfe means light. So 2 words are coming together to form the word oda mfe. So 2 words are coming together. So when we have compound word, they may not necessarily follow this rule. So oda as a word on its own, which is sound, is following the rule. Mfe only have 1 vowel. So you can say oda, O and A, O2A. The vowel in mfe, which is is in O2E. So they are not in the same group. O, A, are not in the same group, but they are compound words. Another example bụ ụmụ nwoke. The word ụmụ nwoke means men. Ụmụ nwoke bụ men. Mana ine anya ọfụma, if you look well, ị ga-ahụ na the word ụmụ nwoke bụ okwu abụọ, are 2 words. Anyị nwere ụmụ and nwoke. Ụmụ n'asụsụ Igbo is children. Nwoke n'asụsụ Igbo is male. But when we bring these 2 words together, it becomes men. I know you'll be expecting it should be male children. No. It doesn't work that way. Mba. All men ka ọ bụ men. Ụmụ nwoke bụ men. Mana okwu abụọ, 2 words bụ ihe anyị ji wee mee. Ụmụ and nwoke. So when you look at the word omo, you can see there are 2 vowels, which is O. O appears twice, and O belongs to O2A. But when you look at the word nwoke, you can see there are also 2 vowels, O and E. O and E are O2E. But they came together to form the word nwoke. So our exceptions are mostly compound words. Now we also have words that are not compound, but they do not follow this rule. They just want to be different. Actually, dị iche. Ha chọrọ ka ha dị iche. Achọghọ ka ha na ndị ọzọ ka ha yie ndị ọzọ. They don't want to resemble others. So they say, oh, let me be different. I want to be different. And now one of such word is oroma. The word oroma. Oroma bụ orange. Ihe anyị na-akpọ orange, what we call orange n'asụsụ Igbo is oroma. You can see that the word oroma has 3 vowels, O came twice and A. O belongs to O2A, while A belongs to O2A. So you can see it does not follow the rule. So there is always an exception to every rule. But you know what? 90% or more of Igbo words, especially single Igbo words that are not compound, follow this rule. Now, if you understand this, you are well on your way to understanding Igbo verbs and how present tense, past tense, past participle are formed in the Igbo language. So see you on my next class. Meanwhile, right now I am compiling more than 100 Igbo verbs in their present, past participle and transitive terms. And I'm also giving each of their examples in sentences. So when this is ready, I will let you know. And in case maybe by the time you are watching this, it might be ready. So you just need to check my description or comment section to see if my compilation of over 100 Igbo words over 100 Igbo verbs in their present, past participle and transitive tense with examples in sentences are available. I promise you, I'll be making it really affordable for you. Imana, ahụrụ gị n'anya. I love you. So see ya. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss on our part 2. Okay? Ka ọ dịkwanụ.